Is tonight the night that the shiny drought will end? Tune in and find out. We're back with some more Dynamax adventures. What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree. Alright, let's see. Do I need to charge my phone? 91%? No, we're good. Oh man. What's up, everybody? How's it going? Maybe this will be the night that we finally get shiny 831, or most likely a dupe. Knowing my luck, it'll be another Drapion, or... it's another dupe I get a lot. Another Marshtomp, another Golurk. How many Golurks can I get to fill this box? Another Copperajah. Another Dunsparce. Alright, well. You guys know the drill. First solo run warm-up. Hopefully we don't have server maintenance tonight. It never lasts very long though, so it's not too bad. Alright, let's start. I hope this is a psychic. Okay, Janet took a Alolan Persian. Is this a psychic Pokemon? No, it's Tapu Koko. Well. Okay. Do I see anything on the field that is particularly helpful? Look at this! 3 grass Pokemon? Huh? That's not helpful, game. I mean, I don't really want to fight I almost said Octodad. Octopus. Graplock. I couldn't think of it. I wanted to I was thinking about Clobblepus. And other various dads that are octopus. Torkoal in the sun is kind of scary. You know what? What are you, Thievul? I don't know. Original trainer scientist. Have I ever noticed that? That's kind of funny. You have way more special attack than physical attack. Okay. You know what? I could not remember. I don't know Thievul's stats like the back of my hand. Can you believe it? One of many mustachioed Pokemon from Gen 8. The Colossal is going for Smokescreen. Bold strategy. Let's see if it pays off. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We just got started with the first round, and we have Tapu Koko at the end. Okay, it's now going for Meteor Beam. Lickitung keeps trying to hit Thunders. That time it was successful. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Wonder if he'll ever give Torkoal a form or a Mega or something in the future. Torkoal's already so good. I don't know what they could do to improve it. Chances are they'd make it worse. I don't know, it might be interesting. I guess we'll hang on to Thievul for now. None of these Pokemon are particularly great against Tapu Koko. Maybe I'll gamble here. I mean, I wouldn't mind Arthur or Janet gambling. Oh no. Well, I guess Auroras is okay. I guess Auroras is fine. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Okay, the Lickitungu's now going for Blizzard. What kind of sick joke were they doing with Blizzard and now the Torkoal and Persian are not attacking? That's great. If there's one thing NPCs in Dynamax Adventures like doing is not attacking. They gave Lickitung Thunder and Blizzard. Why? What if we gave you not one, but two not accurate, strong elemental moves? They could have put Licky Licky in here. That wouldn't have been too bad. Also, chat, guess what? I finally got my first God Pack in Wonder Pick. Somebody's God Pack finally showed up for me. Somehow, this person managed to dodge shinies in the immersive rares, so it showed up in my Wonder Pick. This is the first time! The first time I've ever seen somebody's, God Pack. And I got Rainbow Lunala. So that's cool. That person who's God Pack, they also had that full art Minior. If I had pulled that, I think I would have broken my phone in half. God, this team sucks real bad. Lickitung is doing no damage, Persian's doing no damage, Torkoal is dead. You know, that'd be funny if the odds were lower than getting an actual God Pack, because I don't have one of those yet. It's never happened. It has not happened. But yeah, that was awesome. So thank you, algorithm, for finally putting a God Pack in my Wonder Pick. I somehow have managed to get Rainbow Lunala and Solgaleo. That's Carkol. Carkol and Lilligant and I can't tell. I'm surprised they don't charge more. They don't make you pay like 6 points, 6 things for Wonder Pick if it's a God Pack. I just had to pay the 4. I needed that though, because I had a Wonder Pick earlier where it was a Alolan Raichu EX and... Oh, what was the other? It was 2 EX cards. And I didn't pull either of them. I didn't pull either of them. When there's two cards in a Wonder Pick you want and you don't pick either of them, it feels extra bad. You pulled Interactive Lily, nice. I have 2 of those. I wish I could trade one. It's so lame that you can't trade interactive or shiny cards. As if they're so sacred. It feels like they're populating the new TCG sets in Pocket with shinies just so you can't get them in Wonder Pick. Also, Tyler, that pack you got with Dondozo, I didn't even realize shiny Dondozo was in Revelry. I completely forgot or just didn't know. I mean, Tatsugiri is in it. I know that. Yeah, Dondozo and Tatsugiri are some of Gen 9's most popular Pokemon. Absolutely. You dodged both of them. Oh, that feels so bad. That feels bad. Talking about feeling bad, I just kicked my fan. That feels so bad. I have noticed though in Wonder Pick that everybody is going back to old sets. I wonder if people just are not interested in the Sun and Moon set. Well, I guess I'm taking this, because I'm the only one who can. Yeah, Roarish's little stomp. Also, I'm missing Sophocles. I have not pulled regular trainer Sophocles. I tried for a full art Sophocles in Wonder Pick once, and I did not get it. I apparently can't even pull regular Sophocles. Hello. Double hello. What's up, everybody coming in? You're just in time to see the first boss, Tapu Koko. The NPCs have kind of been stinking up the place. Triple hello. What's gonna be, is Buzzwole gonna be the interactive card for the Ultra Beast set? Honestly, all of the Ultra Beasts would make neat interactive cards. You could do something cool for every single one of those. Quad hello. Hello, 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 hello. And who's gonna be the secret, I wonder? Yeah, Blacephalon would be I'd actually go into that set if they make Blacephalon. The secret or the immersive, that'd be awesome. Why would that Persian already had? Alright, well. That Persian knew what was about to happen, but was powerless to stop it. Planet of the Xurkitree, yeah, all of them could be really cool. I could see Kartana's being quite cool. Guzzlord. I'd be surprised if they didn't have a bunch of stuff for Poipole. I feel so unserious saying that Pokemon's name. Poipole. Turns me into Luigi. Daisy likes purple. The randoms seem to be getting worse. We had some truly abysmal randoms for the Garchomp raid. So much so that I decided I'd edit a YouTube short together for them. So if you haven't seen the short, which I got a comment that was like, hold on, are we gonna win this? This is just the normal random queue for terror raids in general in this game. Once you do enough of them, you'll start seeing some, like, yeah, guy. Yeah, buddy. This is not my first terror rodeo. Believe me, I have been seeing the atrocity that randoms will bring to terror raids since day one. I will say though, Choice Spec, Spectre, or Pollen Puff did truly surprise me. That was quite terrible. I'm still thinking about that one, to be honest. Like all the people with legendaries and Hydro Pump and Quaquaval with Hydro Cannon, you know, okay. Terrible. But you know, they're powerful moves. I understand why a kid or somebody who's not versed on Pokemon would want to have that on their set. But why Choice Specs Pollen Puff? You know, I just don't get it. Tapu Koko, can I get you? As a shiny? No. Alright, man. Yes, Hydro Cannon Quaquaval was something I saw brought to a Garchomp Terra raid. Wondrous. Alright, I'm getting online. Feel free to join. If not, we'll keep doing solo runs. I mean, that's why I do the raids with randoms, because it's fun to see what horrendous trash people bring. Although it does get to a point, when we were looking for the final raid for the Garchomp stream, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. There were people just bringing so much garbage. What's up, everybody? How's it going? We just defeated Tapu Koko for the first run. We'll see who we run into next. Lusamine and Nihilego. Lusamine has a full art in this set. Maybe they will do that. But then Gladion was like non-existent in the Sun and Moon set. Maybe he'll be in the Ultra Beast set. Couple people brought Iron Hands. I don't think I showed that in the short, but a couple people did try to bring Iron Hands to Garchomp. That was great. Still no regular Incineroar EX. Literally, that happens to me in every set. For Shiny Revelry, I got Rainbow Pikachu from Wonder Pick. And then I got Full Art Pikachu, and regular Pikachu EX was the last card I needed for the whole set. And then this set, I have Rainbow Lunala and Rainbow Solgaleo, and I don't have either of them, the regular EX. It's truly a mystery. Yeah, the Azumarill were bait. They baited me into thinking they were possibly intelligent, and then most of them were terrible. Azumarill did not seem super successful. You maybe paired with the right team, it can be good against Garchomp, but doing with the raids with randoms, they were all terrible. Yeah, nothing like that level 22 Orthworm. I tried to attack that Orthworm the whole match, and I couldn't because it was constantly dead. I couldn't even get revenge because they were just always off the field. Garchomp is Terra Ground. Cat Magneton Gloom. No, mythicals typically never count for overall dex completion, thankfully. Oh, speaking of Guzzlord. Speaking of Guzzlord. The dark dragon who screams a lot is here performing for you. Go grab Mienshao. We have plenty of bugs on the field. I mean, Hatterene, we're already good to go. Honestly, we could walk into Guzzlord with this team right now and demolish it. Ba-ba-bum. I love the drums in the beginning. Probably not needed because it's a Ninjask, but we'll do it anyway. I wonder if we'll ever get to a point in a Pokemon game where we'll have such realistic graphics that Ninjask's wings will look like real insect wings someday. They'll be all iridescent. Oh yeah, speaking of Focus Sash, somebody had a Focus Sash Dondozo. That was the same raid with the level 22 Orthworm. That was a double whammy. We had it was Focus Band, I think. Focus Band Dondozo. And then a level 22 Orthworm. Roogedy has fake eyes. Alright, easy enough. I hope whatever gimmick we have for Gen 10 allows for Nincada, Ninjask, and Sedinja to come back. I understand why they were like, yeah, guys, maybe we shouldn't have Sedinja and Terrastalize generation. That might be too much. That would be so evil in singles, too. Because you would just never know what Terra type it would have. Yeah, I wonder how many gimmicks Champion is going to allow at once. Could you go for a Z move, but also Mega Evolve? Could you Terrastalize and go for a Gigantamax? Malamar? I was hoping to trade a weakness to Mienshao, and I got another weakness for Mienshao. Well. I wish more people brought Malamar to the... Okay, we at least have Expanding Force. Not a lot of people brought Malamar to the Garchomp Terror Raid. Somebody brought one and successfully swapped the ability, but just died the entire time, so it wasn't really useful. The gimmick that might have aged the worst. I'd be perfectly fine with never seeing Z-moves return ever again. You know, I'd be... We can just forget that happened. It's dated too. Like, you know, I actually might agree with that because it was based off of Yokai Watch's like little dances they did, and now Yokai Watch is dead and buried. So bringing Z moves back would be even funnier. Yeah, at least Eevee's Z move did more for it than its Gigantamax did. I mean, the individual Z moves they gave Pokemon were neat, but I don't know. Rayquaza got offended and ate all the Z crystals. I'd accept that. I understand. Sometimes you just throw a fit and eat a bunch of rocks, you know? Happens to the best of us. Who? I can't even tell who this is. Oh, is it Dracloak? It's always freaking Dracloak. It's like the most common dragon. Sky battles are definitely something that sounded good on paper, but then the way they executed it was just horrendous. That should have been a cut idea. It's 10 and still kinda light out. Summer approaches. Rayquaza eats Minior like sugar like those little sugar candies. Well, and then Sky Battles didn't account for Pokemon that can levitate or can, you know, fly, but they don't have wings. The presentation of them was also just awful. Dracloak's little tiny legs. Its arms are longer than its little legs. That was easy. Frostlass is good. Always nice to have Frostlass around. Alright, we'll see what Guzzlord has in store. I can take this so Nikki doesn't. She's got to take that Frostlass all the way. I mean, it is weak to dark, but it's Guzzlord. I don't believe it does, no. Guzzlord is definitely no Zygarde. Befuddled by the Guzzler. Yeah, those little candies, they're in Spirited Away. I was obsessed with them as a kid. The little soot sprites with the candies. Hey, we landed the Willow. Very nice. Oh, it does have Brutal Swing, but that's not worth sacrificing an attack for, I think. Starbits. Here's my Lava Cookies Pokemon. Minior that fall to the ground to try to return to space, but their wish will not come true at all. Will not come true. All they can do is fade away. Damn. That is depressing. No. I thought Gen 6 had all the depressing entries. They snuck one in there for Gen 7. Sheesh. La 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 lava cookie. GG. Always easy with Guzzlord around. You have to work Memorial Day? No, that sucks. Oh yeah, happy almost Memorial Day, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess it's a holiday tomorrow. A long weekend. GG's, GG's. No, no, no. My white Guzzlord will not appear. Alright, we've seen... Funny how many Gen 7 Pokemon I have left. Speaking of Gen 7. We've seen Coco and we've seen Guzzlord. We have other Gen 7 Pokemon we could run into. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Yeah, I have Pheromosa. Pheromosa was one of the first UBs I picked up. I picked up Buzzwole and then not much later I got Pheromosa. I'm only missing Nihilego, Steela, and Guzzlord. Blacephalon took a long time, but Blacephalon's also one of the easiest bosses in the whole thing. There were times where we were just straight up Oko Blacephalon. Like, he didn't even get a chance to go. He just died. He exploded in a fury of clown confetti. Confetti. Confided us with the confetti. Yeah, Shiny Blacephalon is great. That's a good first starting point. If you ever want to get into shiny hunting and Dynamax adventures and you haven't done it, that's a great first hunt. Especially if you just want to do it solo. It's very easy solo. Am I gonna get the Wooloo Build-A-Bear? Probably not. I'm not a huge fan of Wooloo. Well, it's fine, but I don't like it enough to go buy a expensive plush of it. I wanted to read that as Zaboomafoo for a second. I don't think Zaboomafoo ever exploded. Oh, Zygarde was your first? Wow, that's a pretty excellent first one to pick up. A life-size Milotic? I could see them doing that. They've made a life-size Superior. Or they're pretty much the same shape. Long serpent. Yeah, Jigglypuff is one of the first Build-A-Bear plushies that came out. They started very Gen 1 and then have kind of diversified from there. Oh, I love Cofagrigus' cry. So cool. Yeah, if Wooper's still around, I'd definitely pick it up. Alright, well, this could be Zygarde. Well, wait, hey, look at this! We have two Raichus in front of us. We have a Alolan and regular Raichu. That's fun. Do we have a White Garter? Or literally anything else? No! You must answer Raichu's riddle to advance forward. Yeah, I think the life-size Gardevoir plush came out a few months ago, and now they're doing laying down life-size evolutions that are $400 a pop. Oh, I get to play the Palpitoad return sound when we Dynamax. Let's go.
Somehow returned.
I love the crowd gasping. That's the best part. He's back. Palpitoad, he's back. No way. Yeah, I'm thankful Evital did not take a long time, because it was quite difficult. 5 viewers on blah blah blah. Anytime bots post in chat to buy viewers at Machamps.com or whatever, they always try to use like Like, the bee has a weird symbol over it. I don't even know what that is. Maybe if we add little characters to everything, the spam detection won't get us. Yeah, Politoed evolves with King's Rock. It's a great Pokemon, though. Great Pokemon. But yeah, Politoed and Kingdra and Slowking. Trade evolutions, am I right? Yeah, it'll hatch as a Poliwag. Yep. Man, I wish that was true. I wish that would be the case, where they'd add the link cable item. That should just be a staple, but Game Freak is so stubborn like that, where you've got to have... we want you to make friends with Pokemon, the friendly friends who do friendship. And PLA was an exception because it's just one standalone game. Hope it's back in PLZA. I know, even, you know, having people around you that also play Pokemon, it's just so much simpler to use an item. Even having friends or resources to trade online, it's like, just give me an item. Stop wasting my time. None of us have time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Okay, this could hurt. And of course it targeted the Raichu. I saw that coming immediately. Well, the NPC is not using it correctly, so... I'm trying to go for a burn here. Yeah, Shelmet and Carablast. I think that's why I've never used a Selgor or a Scavalier in a casual playthrough. Man, and like, don't get me started on emulator trade evolutions. It's even more of a nightmare. Unless you run it through like randomization software to turn trade evolutions off. That stopped me from using a lot of Pokemon I think would be fun. Burn. Yay! The old GTS. Get to see everybody get hit by hail. We have a dragon at the end, so that could be anything from Guzzlord to Zygarde. Or a Lati. Could be a Lati. Or Palkia. Let's hope it's not Palkia. Man, this Druddigon's giving us a hard time. Okay, good. Druddigon having Mummy will make it a bit weaker. Did he already heal from the Scald burn? I looked at chat for 2 seconds and this guy already healed his burn? What a fraud. What a scammer. What's up, everybody coming in? We have a dragon at the end. We fought Tapu Koko first, and then we fought Guzzlord. And now we're on the 3rd run. Yeah, Palkia is legitimately, especially on randoms, one of the hardest bosses out of anybody. There's my burn. Oh, when you get an attack off and kill Cofagrigus. No, Cofagrigus lived. Let's go. Thick coffin. Somehow Cofagrigus survived. Oh, shiny hunting Lunatone, nice. I've got to get Lunatone and Solrock at some point. I like those Pokemon, and also I like their shinies. Cofagrigus lived on 4, let's go. Okay, we have a Alolan Persian, Krook, and... who are you? A Selgor? Yeah, that's a speaking of a Selgor. I mean, Persian and Krook might be good if... it's so hard to know on randoms. It'd be fine if this was a Lati. I mean, a Selgor is always decent. With Acid Spray. We see a Selgor way more than we see a Scavalier. We can bounce. Ow. The bug is struggling. It's a struggle, bug. Palpatine toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad. I wonder if they're ever gonna get rid of those mechanics. So-and-so Pokemon toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad. Alright, Palpy. Fly free, my child. Any cool shinies so far? Not a single one! The shiny drought is definitely droughtin'. It has been... probably a month?
Somehow returned.
We got another one! I mean, I don't think there's really that many battles that warrant... It's just a surface level. I don't know. The games are already so easy. Is it really a mechanic that's needed? If anything, when I shiny hunted in BDSP doing Darkrai Arceus Shaman, it just wasted time. My stupid Alakazam kept jumping up and down. It's like, calm down, man. $135 for Zapdos, Articuno 4, nice. Moltres and Zapdos have been nice, but Articuno refuses to be shiny. That's the bird that I keep dodging. What's up, Cacturn? Palpito does have a great cry. So true. Just sounds like a real-life frog. Fighting a Smoliv, Groudon looks like it's about to cry. Yeah, that stuff is so goofy. We got 2 Palpito Dynamaxes off of that Palpy. Thank you for your service. Have I seen the Build-A-Bear frog? I have. I have indeed. It's very cute. Groudon and Kyogre holding hands. They finally settled their beef. Bean. Well, well, well. Look who wanted some more. Look who came back for another round. Alright, man. Alright. The Guzzler is back. Okay, we'll spray for you, Rabombi. This one's for you, Rabombi. I think the financing a hot dog at Costco thing is a joke. I don't think that's a serious thing anybody is doing. If you can somehow afford a Costco membership but not a hot dog, I would have to question your financial decisions. The Guzzler knows no bounds. Bees out for Rabombi. Don't even like the Lake Trio. I still have Azelf left. One day Azelf will be shiny. One day. It'll be nice to get the Lake Guardians done at some point in time. Yeah, Mesprit I pretty much got in one run. Which is kind of funny considering it's my least favorite Lake Guardian. Uxie also took that was one of my most recent shinies. That was this year. Mesprit was years ago. But anyway, GG. The Guzzler Alliance has fallen. Guzzlord has guzzled his last Guzz. But will it be shiny? Alright, let's see. Nope. 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 And no. Ugh, I hate... Female Raichu is so cursed. Let's mutilate its tail to show that it's a girl. Okay. Okay, Game Freak. Chop off just the tip of the tail. Alright, we've seen Tapu Koko. Guzzlord, Guzzlord? Skunk Tank, Jolteon, Vespiquen. All these are decent. I'll take Jolteon. Thunders! Yeah, it's like by the time we got to Gen 7, somebody at Game Freak was like, hey, maybe this is stupid as hell and we should stop doing it. Female Raichu circumcised. Remember, chat, there's a universe out there where Game Freak went through with all the extreme gender changes they were planning for Gen 4, like one-horn Charizard. Okay, we got a Psychic type. Perfect. Jolteon has Shadow Ball. We're gonna cook with Jolteon. Okay, Thievul. Yeah, that'll work. Unizard. The thought of Charizard with one horn is so cursed. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I mean, obviously it didn't... They cut that. Somebody was like, fellas, what are we doing? Imagine all the Charizard cards, but it just has one horn. Probably not needed here, but we'll do it anyway. Gen 4 had they were doing a lot of crazy stuff in the beginning of Diamond and Pearl era. Beta Arceus, a classic. I think Darkrai was one of the first Pokemon they ended up making for Gen 4. I think Darkrai's legs are canon in my heart. I mean, they show up in the movie, I think. Darkrai and his long legs. I love how every fantasy property IP has to have like a nightmare creature. I mean, there's figures of Lady Legs Darkrai. The Zukon of Darkrai has it where it has those long legs. Yeah, Darkrai is a good guy in the movie, isn't he? It has legs in the manga. We just need him to put the legs on him in the game and we're good. We'll have all three. We'll have all three types of media covered. It's still so weird to not have a new Pokemon movie. I wonder why they decided to end up scrapping that one we found out from the Terra leak, where it was going to be aimed at older audiences and have different characters in it, and one of them had like a Pidgeot or something. It was that poster that people found. Dada Zarude killed the movies forever. Happy Zarude. I mean, the Zarude movie did not do well. But it also came out, I want to say it was during the pandemic. And that probably contributed to that. Yeah, it definitely didn't help. I still think it's such an interesting, like, what possessed them to do Tarzan Pokemon? It's just so strange. I bring this movie up often on stream because it baffles me. I want to understand the thought process behind it all, and I can't. Zarude would have been good in a trio along with Passimian and Oranguru, the Monkey Brothers. I'm Psychic, I'm Fighting, and I'm Dark type. The Monkey Brothers. We'll go Lux Ball for Thievul, I guess. We've seen a lot of Thievul tonight. It's sometimes those alternate universe Ash movies they started making towards the end, they all blur together. But was that like their first time kind of adapting another story into Pokemon? It just confuses me. Like if you're gonna do if you're gonna commit, get like Phil Collins in like Disney did. Phil didn't need to go that hard on that soundtrack, but he did anyway. I'm thankful every day that they cut that horrendous Mega Jinx design. That was so foul. Darkrai is one of the coolest mythicals. Wow, what a hot take. That's a flaming hot take. Never heard anyone say that one before. You're a trailblazer. Yes, in the Terra leak, there was a design for Mega Jinx, and it's got all the way into home where you could hear her cry, and it was really, I hated it. I thought the design was terrible. I understand why they cut it. But yes, Mega Jinx did exist at some point. It was blue, and it just was so ugly. Does a rude silhouette look like an Alakazam Evo? It kind of did. Yeah, that was the last Koro silhouette reveal we've gotten. I like most mythical Pokemon. There's only a few that I'm not super crazy about. Most of the recent ones, except for maybe Pecharunt. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, you looked it up. You see why they cut it. Yeah, Deoxys is so cool. Victini is awesome. I'm one of like 3 people that likes Volcanion. I like Hoopa and Hoopa Unbound. Yeah, we also got an entire story about Pecharunt, which was so refreshing. Like, I don't know if I've ever even had a Marshadow. It's like actual story to go along with the mythical? In my Pokemon game? Wow. Yeah, it's like Marshadow, Magearna, a lot of these mythicals I've just never used. And so it's hard to have an attachment to a Pokemon. Hey, it's Solgaleo. Gen 7 night continues. Magearna is one of your least favorite Pokemon? I get Magearna and Diancie mixed together sometimes because they're both like feminine, similar gray color. Also, most of these mythicals we're talking about are shiny locked, so that's another, you know, barrier. When will we get shiny Victini unlocked, Game Freak? Maybe someday. I don't know, Oraz didn't let us shiny hunt Deoxys. I wouldn't be so sure. Well, I mean, with how awful Game Freak was in Scarlet Violet with shiny locks, I don't trust them at all. I mean, I'd like to have Copium and be like, yeah, in the next game, hopefully there won't be so many shiny locks. But who knows? I mean, we still don't have access to Cosmog, Cosmoem, Urshifu, Cubfu, Calyrex, both horses. Blah, 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 blah. You all know. I don't need to list them off. You all know. It's a big old list. And a lot of mythicals that are shiny huntable are only shiny huntable in, like, Japanese copies of Pokemon Emerald, so they're not really accessible. GG. That was the fastest Solgaleo round of our lives. That was awesome. That was great. That was a great round. GG. Yeah, there was a lot of shiny locks in PLA, too. You couldn't get Manaphy, much to my great dismay. You couldn't get Shaman or Darkrai. You had to get him in BDSP. Solgaleo, will you finally be a red lion? Would you be my red lion? No? Okay. Alright, man. Alright, GG go next. It was Kimba this whole time. What's up, Midnight? Got any, like, Tums? Pepto-Bismol? Hey, you got shiny Basculin? Nice. Shiny fish. Yeah, Pepto kind of is gross. Most medicine is not... Whenever I've seen people describe like Robitussin or cough syrup as tasty, you might be a skinwalker. I don't know. That's weird. That's kind of strange. That was kind of weird. But I'm gonna get up for a second while ads play. That was kind of weird, but we're back in the club. Ballin' his Flintstone gummies. Drink cough syrup recreationally. You know, I can't say that I do. Yeah, they have like a Robitussin honey version that I remember getting. And it was described to me as being good. And I'm like, no. No, this is not tasty. This is not tasty. Alright, ads are actually about to play, so we'll be right back. You won't be missing anything, we'll just be in the lobby and then selecting our Pokemon. See you on the flippity flip. Alright. A guy who goes through a pack of halls in a week. Oh, those are also awful. I had a friend who did that, but she didn't realize they had, we were in middle school or young high school. I remember telling her, you know those have medicine in them, right? What's up, Poke Guy? And she was like, oh. Okay, we have a dragon. We have a few ice types. Is that Cryogonal? The one and only? This is probably gonna be Palkia then. Watch this be Palkia's big butt. Large shoulder pad lad. You're gonna shiny hunt Tropius? Nice. I love Tropius. One of my favorite Gen 3 friends. Not a good shiny, though. I will say, I love Tropius, but I wish it had a bit of a better shiny. Parukia? Parukia. Yeah, it's like when Gen 5 was getting revealed and we didn't have Samurot's English name. So sometimes I still think of it as Daikenki. Daikenki. And then X and Y came out and all the games released around the world at the same time. But before then... it was the Dark Ages. Oh, you changed it to Iron Bundle? Nice. A shiny bundle. The Sword Otter. Keep on Maldo for these ice types coming up. Kinda wish somebody took that, but alright. Vaporeon's in Japanese name is Showers. Yeah, Thunders. Jolteon. Showers. Vaporeon. And Booster. Flareon. Yeah, waiting for the English release was miserable. Legitimately miserable. You would just get spoiled. All the Pokemon and all the, you know, the villain stuff and post-game, that would all just be on the internet. And then, of course, the greatest Japanese Pokemon name of all, Magmar Boober. Alright, Armaldo. I remember that too, the Alolan starters leaking. How did somebody get those character sheets? That revealed not only Incineroar, Primarina, and Decidueye, but it also had Mallow on it. That was crazy. And people like Joe Merrick of Cerebi tried to say that it was fake. Oh no, it's not real, you guys, no! Don't look at them, no, they're not real. Yeah, just the character sheets, that was so wild. That was so wild. Well, Unfort. Yeah, that was too legit to be fake. I mean, a lot of fake leak makers do end up putting a lot of effort, but this was just next level. Yeah, now Incineroar is just always here. I don't know, we did have Greninja with X and Y that felt strong, but Gen 7... honestly, on a whole, Gen 7 kind of stunk for competitive Pokemon. But Incineroar definitely does not stink. Competitive-wise. Maybe he stinks personally. But you can't... One thing you can't say about Incineroar is that it's a bad competitive Pokemon. I think Primarina's pretty good, too. And we got Rillaboom, who is excellent. Just phenomenal, strong Pokemon. Yeah, he smells like charcoal. Smells like charcoal and wet cat. I've seen a few... I remember seeing one VGC match with Skeledirge. But I feel like the Gen 9 starters just weren't built as strongly as past Gen starters as far as competitive goes. Not talking design or shinies or anything like that. Well, hopefully you go under 1,000, because when you start to get over 1,000 for a shiny hunt, it starts to feel very bad. That ice cream that I see. I want another starter that's built like Venusaur. Like a big, or like Torterra, just a big grass beast. Protean helps on Meowscarada, but yeah. Yeah, that describes it well. But ... And that's obviously the starter they wanted to market the most. I was thinking about a gen where they market the water starter the most, and I was like, oh yeah, Greninja. Oh yeah, Greninja. I guess Samurott would be for 5. I don't know, Superior seems... It's either Superior or Samurott. I mean, they did pick Emboar. Or Tepig for PLZA. You think Superior is the most popular? Or the most, the one Game Freak wants to market the most? Remember the days of Smugleaf? Ugh. That feels like it was I mean, it kind of was a long time ago. That was, in fact, a long time ago. I remember when they first revealed the Incineroar trailer for Smash and how many people were so mad. That was the era of the Grinch leak, or whatever that was called. And then out came Incineroar and everybody got really mad. Man, I wish Game Freak would release a new trailer for PLZA and reveal some of the Mega Evolutions. So I could actually talk about them. Be nice to get some box art and maybe a finalized release date too. Oh no. But wait, we have Cryogonal and Vanillish. A wide guarder would have made this perfect, but we have the tools. Oh, sweet Neptune. Only gotten 2. Nice land on the play rough. Whatever new Mega Evolution they're giving Zygarde would be cool to have the, as the cover art. I think hell would have to freeze over before Game Freak delayed a game. The distortion world would have to completely freeze over. Chad, if you think Game Freak's going 2 years without a big Pokemon release, come on. Ishihara needs another yacht or whatever he spends his billions of dollars on. Yeah, remember they released Legends Arceus and BDSP within months of each other. I still think, oh, we got a freeze. I still think that's wild that happened. I don't know, that kind of seems to be a trend in the industry. You announce one trailer and then you just kind of vanish for years. I can think of several games off the top of my head right now that are marketing like that. Here's our epic new trailer for our epic new game. Anyways, we'll see you guys in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. Kingdom Hearts 4, blah, 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 blah. You think it was delayed because of the Switch 2? That could absolutely be part of... That probably is partially the reason. If Nintendo didn't sit on their hands for so long and release the Switch 2 maybe last year, I think things would be different. Look at this big dumb idiot that's frozen. Oh no! He said, and Zygarde said, and I took that personally. He's not a popsicle no more. I'm dead. And I took that personally. I think I saw a tweet the other day that was like, there's a rumored... It's from those Brazilian leakers. I don't know if they have a good... I can't remember if they have a good track record. So, grain of salt, of course. But they said there'll be a new Direct a few weeks after the Switch 2 comes out. I mean, I'd figure they'd want to show off more Donkey Kong. Who you calling a pinhead, pinhead? Well, PLZA will be on the Switch 1. And then I think you'll only have to worry about Gen 10, which will be likely November of next year. Is that GG? Oh my god. That's GG. Whoo! Nice beating Zygarde as always. GG's. Somehow, some way, we pulled that off. I thought that final attack was gonna kill somebody. I thought it was over. Easiest match of our lives. Alright, let's see. Toothpaste Snake. We were just talking about PLZA, Zygarde. Listen. We were just talking about your big new game coming up. We can't wait to see more. Just kidding. Frick you. Oh, Zygarde, you silly sausage. Have a good one, Cody. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, hopefully we get a Nintendo Direct soon. That would at least be something. Yeah, E3 was in June. I was watching somebody look at Bethesda interviews, and Todd Howard, I think this was E3, Todd Howard went up and played Fallout 3 for a live audience. Remember when they used to play games in front of live audiences for E3? Have a good one, Yeti. I miss E3 too. It certainly started to fall off when everybody was just like... As soon as Nintendo pulled out, it was over. But there's something I miss about an actual live audience cheering on stage. ZA news around NAIC. I'd prefer NAIC than Worlds. Worlds is in August. Yeah, that Twilight Princess reveal, I'll still go back and watch that every now and then. Miyamoto and then the crowd reacting. All-time classic. Also, it's Palkia or Kyogre. Wow, right after Zygarde game? Okay. Balls to the wall. No brakes on the Dynamax train. Zygarde's train. It just works. Yeah, towards the end, people were accusing Bethesda of having a fake crowd. Which it definitely was a fake crowd. You would know because they would just cheer at everything. That's so funny. Imagine having to hire a fake crowd. Well, I can't willow you. I'll max here just to hope it doesn't attack Vikavolt. Palkia guarantee. The Palkia guarantee. Yeah, the flute guy. Sony's flute guy E3 presentation. I remember that one. I mean, I have affection for Bethesda games, but a lot of times they, in fact, do not work. Those are some of the buggiest, glitchiest games. I wonder when we'll see more out of the Okami sequel. See, that's another instance where I feel like we're not going to get another trailer for that for years. They announced it at the Game Awards and we're like, well, we'll see you guys in a few years. Bye. Yeah, there's nothing quite as sad as that. It's the Switch's fault, Cope. Oh, it's because you have a first generation Switch. That's why the game runs bad. Huh? What? No? Like I said, the Switch 2 is a bit beefier than I think a lot of people were expecting. That excuse has run out. Oh, if it was running on my PS5 Pro, then... Somebody somewhere, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna be really curious to check out the Scarlet Violet Switch 2 version. Or watch people check it out. I'm not getting a Switch 2 for a while. Anybody that gets a Switch 2 and has Scarlet and Violet, you'll have to tell me if it actually runs better or not. I wonder how it'll affect the performance of other games. I mean, people say, like, Breath of the Wild or even Tears lags or didn't run well, but I never had any problems with those games. They always ran fine for me. But I could definitely see instances where you'd get... I mean, there was frame drops. I'm not saying those problems don't... I sound like a Scarlet Violet defender right now. Well, I didn't see it, so therefore it didn't exist. Just saying more that I didn't notice as many harsh problems with some other first-party Nintendo games. Funny how that is, huh? Mario Odyssey never crashed on me. Windmill comparison videos. No, that's what I'm talking about. Show me that windmill. Yeah, I think the stuff with terror raids, it's just bad coding. I can't imagine the Switch 2 will magically fix a lot of the problems with Terra raids. We encountered a new one with the Garchomp raid. My lobby did not load correctly, and when we went into the Terra raid, my game hard crashed. So that was fun. That was a new one. Which shiny should you hunt for your destiny mark? What game we thinking about here? Scarlet Violet? Sword Shield? Yeah, hopefully Lag Lake is, you know, maybe can shed that name. Stuff like that. I think a lot of what lags Terra raids is other people's internet. I'm not joking when I say little Timmy is using the McDonald's Wi-Fi. I do think it is people's garbage internet that lags Terra raids, which you can't fix that. Do you have, well, this is an obvious one, Alcremie? There's no more of a birthday Pokemon than Alcremie. Oh, you got Shiny Tropius already, Pokeguy? Congrats. Congrats on the trope. I'm so excited for the next 3D Mario game. That's probably one of my most anticipated games. No lie. Whenever Miyamoto feels like showing that, I will be seated. 10 minutes into the sandwich? Nice. You got voided out of a Terra raid once? You never know what'll happen in those raids. I don't know, maybe... I don't know what made me think of Lapras. Do you have shiny Lapras? That's like a fun birthday purple color, maybe. You're almost 26k for Mudkip? Oh my god. That is horrendous. Mudkip, the ultimate betrayer. Yeah, the Switch 2 is in fact banned at Worlds. Just kind of funny. I mean, you don't even use your own Switch anymore. They have Switches set up for the competitors to use. Yeah, Lapras probably is a slow hatch. What's faster but also birthday themed? What grass type should you hunt now? Sunflora? Won't let the player select an attack? Imagine attacking in your Pokemon game. You could have just an army. Your shiny Pooch army. If they were obtainable. Sunflora's over where that fairy Team Star guy is, by the lighthouse near the beach. Well, I was hoping you wouldn't do that, Togetic. Hunt the Pokemon that's your age times 10? Times 10? Togetic is still alive somehow. That would mean I would have to shiny hunt Manectric. Electric hasn't been around lately. I mean, in this game, I guess. Sup? Somehow Togetic has returned. Somehow. Okay, well, I'm gonna hang on to Rotom. Togetic is decent support, though. But we have all electric mons. So naturally, this is probably gonna be Palkia. Okay, the berries actually do help Vikavolt here. Well, 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 it's the ogre. It's all ogre now. It's all ogre now. Is this greed? Is this greedy right here? Big spider. Whale, whale, whale. That was a great hit. Yeah, go for Aqua. Go for that, man. Feel free, Kyogre. You keep doing that, buddy. I do like that Nasty Plot attack. Nasty Plot's such a fun move. He's hangry now. Isn't that such a funny gimmick? He's hungry. Hangry. Please laugh. They're like, well, we just had Mimikyu, so how can we make something like that but bad? Uh-oh, here comes this. Oh my god, 3 of us are dead. God damn. The fake Pikachu tail on its back. Oh, I know, it's such a. I hate Morpeko. I do not like that Pokemon at all. That's not my favorite. Oh god, we're dead. Wow, alright, Kyogre. Back-to-back Surf into Origin Pulse. Neat. That's awesome, man. Thanks for that. I'm so glad they put Origin Pulse on you. I don't think Turner made more Pico. Yeah, I would not go into a Terra raid without a level 100 Pokemon. I would advise against that. You will die very fast. Alright, chat, I'm gonna get up for 1 second real quick. And then we'll see. Who have we not seen tonight? We haven't seen Azelf. We haven't seen Articuno. We haven't seen Alati. We haven't seen Lugia. Haven't seen Palkia. And we haven't seen Nihilego or Dolphila. Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back. Alright. Let's see who's up next. I'm gonna hope for, like, Lugia. Oh, hey. Speaking of more Pico, well, it's a decent Dynamax mon at the very least. We've had Cofagrigus a lot tonight. Wow, what a choice. Nobody's a Ditto believer. Nobody believes in Ditto. Okay, we got Glalie. 2 fairies. It's a dragon. Okay, Wigglytuff. I think that's Klefki. I love the fairies that are just so tiny. You have Rabombi, tiny baby, Alcremie, tiny baby, and Klefki, small keys. We meet again, Glalie. We meet again. I mean, we did have Frostlass earlier. They're both here. Wow, that's such an unflattering look at Glalie's teeth. Cameraman, please move. Rotom, get out of here. That was terrifying. It's like whenever the camera pans over Stunfisk, it's always scary. Teeth. Non-Mega Sceptile outspeeds Mega Rayquaza. I like Sceptile a lot. I've never been a big fan of its Mega Evolution. It feels uninspired to me. There he goes. He transformed. He's so hangry. What kind of meme name are we gonna get for Gen 10? We came fresh off of the heels of Lechonk and Smoliv. What type of horrible meme are they gonna do now? Doggo. Heckin' Pupper Doggerino. That's gonna be the new Pokemon in Gen 10. Mega Sceptile should have added elements of Grovyle. I would have liked it more if it did. Grovyle's super cool. I like all the Trico line. I wish I liked Mega Sceptile more. Chalk-Tua, the chalk Pokemon. No! No! That's frighteningly too real. Chalk-Tua. That's the type of thing you'd have a nightmare about. Rizzbear? Stop putting this evil out in the world. Chalk-Tuna. That's the new fish Pokemon. Should be physical. It should be. Truth nuke. That's genius! Why didn't I think of that? That's so genius. I mean, Lechonk's Japanese name is also, like, they went for memes on both sides. Its name in Japanese is Gortan. Gortan. Lechonk is the hog Pokemon. They should have had it evolve into like a real hog. And not goofy perfume pig. Okay, Klefki. That was a little intense, my friend. Can you cool your keys? I look back at chat and I see Skibbity Deermon. Alright. Alright. Amogus. Amoonguss is one Pokemon that is just in every game. They just always have to put that mushroom in the games. He's always there. Of all the Gen 5 Pokemon to consistently be in games, they chose Amoonguss. Yes, that's true. We also got Brute Bonnet. I forget about Brute Bonnet a lot. Because everybody just still uses Amoonguss. Because it's just way stronger than BB. Yeah, Psyduck and Golduck continue to be in every game, and yet they never do anything with Golduck. Sad. I feel like they include it for competitive players, which is funny because fighting Amoonguss is not fun in any way. I would prefer just not seeing it. Yeah, a good chunk of Galarian forms just did not make it over. Champions, they have given us no new details on that. They basically gave us a CG trailer and then that's it. No new details about it have been revealed. Yeah, maybe something at NAIC or Worlds, perhaps. The genies have kind of fallen off. Still, people will occasionally bring Landorus, but they're not as common as they used to be. Incineroar is all over the place, though. That's like on every team. Clapback or catch hands ability. Well, they brought all the starters back for Scarlet and Violet, so no avoiding it there. Imagine if they brought every starter back except Incineroar, Litten's line. And everybody has been let back in except... I don't know, maybe they'll take a break from it in Gen 10. We got a lot of decently strong Pokemon in Gen 9. I hope that continues. I hate when they release a gen and then everybody stinks. Good night, Cacturne. Have a good one. Yeah, Clear Amulet is a really neat item. They introduced a lot of items that I thought were really neat in Scarvi. Which, good. That should be what happens. Introduce a good new batch of items. Torracat, it's just permanently stuck with an Everstone. I mean, people always bring up Incineroar, but Rillaboom is also always around. I think people just don't like Incineroar more. I think people just hate Incineroar more, so Rillaboom gets to blend in. He gets to blend into the background, so nobody calls him out. You hope the new Pseudo isn't a dragon type? You and me both. I'm so over Dragon Pseudos. Variety is the spice of life, Game Freak. Rillaboom's crimes are not ignored. Yeah, the anime really doesn't ever address items outside of very few situations. Probably because they don't want to ruin the designs by holding a bunch of items, I would guess. Ruins the marketability of the Pokemon. We need a ghost pseudo. I would take fire. Fire is like my dream. I'd love to see a fire pseudo. Fairy, bug, ghost, poison. Those would all be sick. Yeah, Dragapult's part ghost, but it's still a dragon. Oh hey, it's Latios. Okay. They're adding Gen 8 starter Gmax forms next month in Pogo. I haven't really seen a peep about Pogo on my timeline lately. Aww. We should be okay. Yeah, Goodra being Dragon Poison could have made sense. Could have. Poison types get no respect. I mean, we've gotten a few more, like, legendary poison types lately. Eternatus, Loyal 3, but I want more. It's not enough. I need my poison stocks to go up. Oh, I did see the Phalanx train. Yeah, we're still missing... Oh, there's Reflect type. Hence the fact that none of my moves are very effective, except my ice one. Sneasler, the true poison legendary. How Houndstone isn't Ghost Rock. I wish Houndstone was more competitive. It's a really cool Pokemon. I like Dashbun too. I mean, Dashbun has some neat quirks, but not enough to propel it to ball with legendaries. And Mabostiff exists, unfortunately. Yeah, I wish Houndstone was stronger. Can you stop doing that, Latios? It just got directly countered. Latios was like, oh, I see you. Ghost Dark. That's still such a cool type combo though. Ghost Dark, solid. Even if fairies came along and kind of ruined it, it's still cool. You think we need a new type? I find... Man, I just can't... You think they'd ever add a new type, chat? It's hard to imagine. Yeah, somebody tried to bring an Electros to the Garchomp Terra raid. That was... Like, yeah, Levitate is... Yeah, Levitate, I see that. But also, what else do you plan on doing? Glass type, weak to everything. You get all the disadvantages of stellar Terra type. Stellar terrestrializing. Yes, stellar on regular Pokemon. Yeah, I can't envision them adding a new type for a while. Yeah, it's still so miserable to EV train your Pokemon, even in modern games. And don't get me started on, like, having 0 speed IVs for Trick Room sets. That's also horrendous. Why there isn't like a rusty bottle cap, I'll never understand. But you know what I do understand? This W. GG. I hope everybody's Latios is very sick. Yeah, Reflect type is so annoying. Latios is way easier to fight than Latios just because of Reflect type. And sometimes the Surf can hurt. We definitely might have lost once because we got absolutely annihilated by Surf. Okay, shiny, shiny, no shiny, no shiny. Man, Togedemaru would have been a new one. The drought continues. Yeah, Sound was like, they're gonna add Sound type. Sound is already a mechanic in Pokemon. I don't know if a lot of people realize that. Sound moves can hit through Substitute. Like, there kind of is a sound mechanic in Pokemon. A little bit. Also, ad warning. Ads are about to play. But we'll just be sitting in the lobby, so you won't be missing much. Yeah, I need them to take Fissure off of Dondozo, like, immediately. They should never give a giant tank access to a one-hit KO move. Please, no more. Well, let's just go give Blizzy. My favorite Pokemon, Blizzy. Blissey! I wanted to say Chansey and Blissey at the same time. They're both very annoying to fight. Guillotine. Let's just give Blissey Guillotine. Who cares? Blizzy! Yeah, that's gonna be the new ice Pokemon in Gen 10. Blizzy. I wish they would go in and retool some moves, too. I fundamentally disagree with Meteor Beam not being 100% accurate. Why is Solar Beam 100% accurate, but Meteor Beam is not? I can't quite comprehend that one. Also, remove the move Slam. I will throw a party the day that happens. Get that move out of these games. Slam doesn't belong in modern Pokemon. I'd argue it didn't belong back in Gen 1. when Body Slam also existed at the same time. Cut the fat. All the competitors put metronome on all their Pokemon. I think people got, like, banned for that. Can't even put metronome on a Pokemon anymore. You can see them nerfing Dozo next gen. I mean, Dozo is pretty good in VGC, but it's also just incredible in singles. It's so good. Busted ass Pokemon. Yeah, I think all those people got, like, permanently banned. Which is insane. Okay, we'll take the sap that sips. Okay, a psychic type. Alright. What do we have on the field? Look, hey, it's Mark. Mark and Electabuzz. Which I don't think Cofagrigus is worth fighting. Honestly, this team is already pretty good. You wish we had a question mark type Pokemon? That would work for storytelling. Like maybe a legendary appears and you literally don't know anything about it, so you don't know its type. Or it's kind of like Arceus, where it can change its type. Where's Mega Licky Licky, Game Freak? Everyone demands to know. A new steel type, high damage recoil move, Piston Punch. I mean, that would have gone hard. Doesn't Bullet, speaking of, I think Bullet Punch, I saw a Pokemon move recently that had a really neat, no, Bullet Punch is just Bullet Punch in Japanese, it's the same name. Oh, what was it? There was a Pokemon move that had a kick-ass Japanese name, and I can't remember what it was. The Stellar Terra. Yeah, how are they gonna deal with Terrapagos? Or, Ogerpon. You have a few Pokemon that rely on terastallizing. How will Ogerpon be able to change its mask? Well, I guess it's just an item, but then you can't Terra. I've noticed a lot of, apparently in the anime, Terrapagos is referred to as Pagogo. So I've seen a lot of people refer to it as Pagogo. Pagogo! Yeah, Dynamax, Ultra Necrozma. I'm glad they didn't do anything like that in Scarlet and Violet. There's no, like, Koraidon Supreme form that we'll never be able to legally obtain. Dang, we have a man down against Lickitung? Pokemon down! I repeat, Pokemon down! Lickitung looks like he is... Lickitung looks dumb as hell getting attacked. Just falls back in slow motion, eyes wide open, head empty, no thoughts. Terapagos has a 50-50 gender ratio, but we only get a male one. They've been very content to set legendaries. They're pre-scripted. The legendary you get is the legendary everybody gets, and I think that's kind of lame. I think that's kind of lame. Like, that's the fun of Pokemon. They all have different stats and different natures and IVs and stuff. Everybody receiving just the same carbon copy of a Pokemon. It's, I don't know. Not as special. What are we fighting? I don't remember. I think it's a psychic type. Yeah, it is. It is, it is, it is. Yeah, Gen 5 is when they started going real hard on Shiny Locks, which is such a shame because there is no better game where Shiny Reshiram and Zekrom looked than in Black and White. And yet you can never legally obtain them. It is such a shame. It is such a shame. But you know. They even had, auras around them. Zekrom kind of had a green glow and Reshiram almost had like a purple glow almost. It was so cool. Good night, everybody heading out. Have a good one. We'll probably do one more after this. And then honestly, probably more Dynamax adventures tomorrow. And I'm gonna finish Blue next week, because guess what, chat? I got that achievement. I got that 3,000 coins in one sitting. I fiddled with Turbo last night and got that achievement. So I'm clear to get the rest of them and finish the game. No, not my sap, that's Sips. Man, you guys all want Gen 5 remakes real bad, huh? I don't want them to ruin them. I don't trust. I have no trust. Like, in theory they sound good, but after BDSP, man, no trust. Absolutely no trust. I really feel like they could just re-release those games and it would be great. They'd never do that. They would absolutely never do that. But those games have aged fine. Oh, this Cofagrigus lived with like 3 HP. You're good at doing that, Cofagrigus. I don't know, I want Gen 5 to have its day. But I also don't want them to churn out soulless remakes that are just the same game but worse. So I'm conflicted. Jeez, it's kind of cold. It's been kind of cold the past few days here tonight. Only gonna be 47. Brr. Oh, Cofagrigus does have Shadow Ball. For some reason, I forgot it had an actual good ghost move. Shadow Ball is probably on my list of, like, top moves. It's one of my all-time faves. It's just cool. "3D Pokemon NYC." Yeah, who knows? Maybe they're test driving cities. A large city in 3D with PLZA. Burp, burp. Haha! My sap sipper has been taken from me once again. And I miss. Okay. Everything's coming up, Booper. Everything's coming up, Booper. I still really wonder if we're ever gonna see Callum and Serena in PLZA. It'd be such a shame if we didn't. Alright. Who we got? Well, it's Azelf. We don't get to see you very much anymore, my friend. It's like once Oxy came off the board, Azelf was like, I'm never showing my face here again. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Scared. Yeah, will we ever see the original dragon? Look at Azel's little twirl. Doing a little twirl. Okay, this is going well. Kofferkrieg continues to live with what, like 1 or 2 HP. What a gamer. Four, very nice. Kofferkrieg, the undefeatable. GG's. Well, Azelf, would you like to be shiny? Come on. Your brothers are waiting for you. Come on, Azelf. You'd be a perfect shiny 831. Nope. 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 Bruh. Alright, chat, let's do one more. If you had one shot. The Keldeo movie always cracks me up because Keldeo just wanders in to challenge Kiram, gets his butt kicked, and then gets his friends all... What did he do? Freeze them? It's like, good going. Good going, Keldeo. The hubris of horse. You know, I can't... Does he? I can't remember. Alright, one more slot left if anyone wants it. I think it did, yes. Pokerus is gone in Gen 9. What do you mean your tongue is crispy? That's not the type of texture I think a tongue should be. COVID took Pokerus from us. It's funny because that is likely 100% true. Soup? I'm at soup. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Yeah, I think that's legitimately true. I think they took Pokerus out because of COVID. It's an infectious Pokemon disease. I think that is 100% accurate, which is crazy. Kieran Black stomps Keldeo in the fight. Good. Deserved. Yeah, it's like, wait a second. You think about it for 1 second. My god. I always thought it was a cute little random mechanic. It's kind of sad to see it gone. No, you put scalding soup in your mouth. Ow. Do you have any ice, Midnight? Get some ice cubes. Gnaw on some ice cubes. We're fighting a steel type, by the way. We could go grab Talonflame, I guess. Yeah, they would never confirm that. We're just speculating, but I think that is the case. I mean, think about it. That sucks, though. Burning your mouth is just so uniquely miserable. And then it has to take days to heal. Biting your mouth or your tongue also feels uniquely awful. No, not the pizza, the roof of mouth pizza. That's a brutal one. Did Combuskin just die? Oh my god. Great. Break it off. Oh, you got a cut on your arm? Just remove it. "'Tis but a flesh wound." Also, I'm using my boy, Slowking. We don't talk about Slowking much, but literally one of my top favorite Pokemon of all time. Let me reestablish the silver lore. This Lunatone is harming your mental health. They should replace Pokerus with something that's like positive, random, and maybe not an infectious disease. Because it was always exciting whenever your Pokemon would contract it. It's like, oh, neat. A deep gash on your inner cheek? Oh, no. Getting murdered in that clip. Regigigas gets no respect anywhere. I just realized we had 2 middle starters on the team. Hope Combuskin doesn't cost us any more lives. Do we hope that Isabella gambles here? Jeez, for a month? Isabella, you piece of garbage. It cut your lip? Oh no. Haven't liked Frisbee ever since. Do 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 do. Seesaws are dangerous. Legitimately, I think I had an injury as a kid on a seesaw. Those things... I mean, I don't see many seesaws anymore. Maybe they removed them because kids kept hurting themselves. But as a kid, I definitely remember going hard on the seesaw. Ooh, deep purple swollen for a good week. You know the most hazardous thing in gym class was those scooters. You'd run over your fingers and it would hurt so bad. Those things were a hazard. Okay, we got Talonflame out of here. Good. Combustion still lives. What mythicals shouldn't be banned from competitive? You know, because mythicals are never allowed in, I'm not familiar with a lot of them competitively. You remember those? It's so funny that those are like a worldwide thing. Somebody take this? I mean, I guess I could take this. Yeah, that works. Honestly, the Combustion's not terrible against a steel type. Ooh, Toxicity might be a little tough for us. Considering we have 3 weaknesses to it. I would like an item, though. Ah, this is kind of a shit route. Kind of a shit route. I think Toxicity? Yeah, that's that Pokemon's name. My brain just faltered for a second. That might have been too dangerous. Smash your chest into the corner of the wall. Yeah, a lot of mythicals aren't particularly great. I think Volcanion has value. Or maybe that's just wishful thinking. Oh no. Leave the Combustion. Leave the little girl alone, Bisharp. Damn. Combustion just said, frick you. Ooh, that gave you a massive scar. I fell on a bike when I was a kid down like a gravelly... It was steep. It was a steep, gravelly hill. I think I got like a little scar from that. But that did scare me away from riding a bike for a little bit. Falling dramatically. Alright, who are we ending Dynamax Saturday with? I think it's gonna be Solgaleo. Oh, I was trying to have some hope. It's Bum Celesteela. Well, I wish I still had Slow King. I wish I still had Slow King. Okay, well... yeah, Talonflame does have Flamethrower. It's special. Bum Steela. How did I know Steela was gonna try to ruin this? Stepped on a rusty nail. Ooh. I stood on a, like, kind of like IKEA furniture, you know, fast furniture where it's not real wood. It's that, like, cork cardboard type consistency inside. I was a genius and decided to stand on one to hang something up, and I fell. And it, scraped my leg. My leg! That didn't feel good. Also, that thing shattered. That thing got taken to the garbage. I mean, I shouldn't have stood on it, but still, that thing folded. And I was a young kid. But yeah, pro tip chat, don't stand on like IKEA furniture. That doesn't work out well. Little pro tip right there, don't stand on that trash furniture. I don't recommend. Very nice. Bisharp, this is why oh man, Metal Sound, too good. I'm so glad we have Talonflame here. I should have just attacked. I should have just attacked there. Combustion also should have definitely attacked, but okay. That's GG. Very nice. And a crit. That's what you deserve, Celesteela, Bum Steela. For trying to ruin our parade. GG's. I think the only round we lost tonight was Kyogre, and that was just not fair. We got surfed and then Origin pulsed. So pretty good round of Dynamax raids tonight, chat. GG's. Reminder though, chat, if you're new here, we do have a Discord where you can share your own shinies. I love seeing everybody's shinies. We have a TCG section. You could show off your pocket pulls or real life pulls if you can manage to find cards. But let's see. Celesteela, take us home? No. Country Road. Celesteela, not taking us home. Well, chat, that was some good runs tonight. Minus that Kyogre run, which, you know, that's just how Kyogre goes sometimes. Yeah, we'll be back for more of this tomorrow night. So, hope to see you all there. Check out the YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewers, the VOD watchers. Thanks for all the follows tonight as well, everybody. I appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow for more of this, where we will hopefully end the shiny drought. Right? Right?